Ronald Allen. This is for sentencing, correct?
Yes, Judge. We were here previously, and there was some ambiguity regarding a protective order that had not been entered with civil court. And I have a copy of that protective order. Ask that Tiffany Allen.
All right, State, have you had a chance to review that?
Copy as well.
All right, so the court is calling 2025 CR 007563, State versus Ronald Lamar Allen. Can I have parties announced for the record?
State.
Ronald W. Richard for the accused.
And you are Mr. Allen? All right, so you entered a plea. Both parties agreed to waive the PSI report. According to the plea, the state was silent on your application for deferred adjudication. The court did request from the state. Does he have any other priors? All right. So court understands that sometimes custody issues, divorce issues can be very chaotic and emotional. What I'm going to tell you, Mr. Allen, is I can grant your application for deferred adjudication. And I've told you this before, but I want you to internalize what I'm saying. If for some reason I grant your application for deferred adjudication and a motion to revoke were filed, if everything were determined to be true, you could potentially go to prison for 10 years. If I were not to grant your application for deferred adjudication and follow the state's request that your punishment be assessed at 3 years with a length of 5 years, if for any reason a motion to revoke were filed, you would be limited to 3 years in the prison. So this is up to you. Do you want deferred adjudication or do you want a felony conviction?
Deferred.
All right, so I'm going to grant his application for deferred adjudication. The deferred adjudication is going to be for 5 years. There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's going to be 200 hours of community supervision restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the court will deem the community service hours satisfied. Now, with regards to the no contact order. So states you've requested a no contact with Charles Ireland, and I believe that's his former attorney.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so there will be a no contact order with Charles Ireland. If your attorney has any type of paperwork or documents and you wish to have those documents, you'll need to have your new attorney reach out to them to obtain those documents. You're not to make contact with that attorney. You're not to go to that attorney's office. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
And then Mark Metley, who is Mark Metley?
He is the attorney of the Tiffany Allen. So we had discussed, Judge, that we had originally asked for no contact order. However, in the PO itself, it asked that Mr. Metley be the broker between communication. So we would just ask that this side of the report, if they're willing with order, no harmful or injurious contact.
What I'm going to order is there's to be no contact with Tiffany Allen or Mark Metley outside of legal communications. So your contact with Tiffany Allen is to be through her attorney and no one else. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
So, and I'm sorry, let me change that. And the reason why I say no contact with Tiffany Allen outside of legal contact is because if you have a court hearing and it's on the civil side, I'm sure she's going to be there.
Right.
So if it's your contact with Tiffany Allen can only be with court hearings or mediations. Do you understand? So there's to be no contact with Tiffany Allen outside of legal hearings. And for the court, legal hearings mean court hearings, mediations. And then there is to be no contact with Mark Medley outside of legal hearings as well. So with Mark Medley, you can email him as long as it's for legal reasons. You understand?
Right, but yeah.
Okay. Now, is there any other no contact orders that's being requested?
Right. So his communication with Tiffany Allen is limited to
Through his attorney?
either
I'm
through
sorry.
the attorney, and they have a co-parenting app that they use.
Yes, either through his attorney or through Mark Medley or in court. And then State, do you have any objections to him having contact with her through the app,
No, yeah.
through the parenting app? Okay, and I'll add probation, and also he can contact her through the parenting app. And are you in Bear County?
Yes.
There's going to be field visits one time per month until further notice. And there is going to be anger management. Probation, is there anything else? State, is there anything else? All right, and there will be a $2,000 fine, and that will be probated. Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
Okay.
Counsel?
Judge, one question for me. Will Mr. Allen be free to move about the state in light of these home visits? Because they do have a property in Rockport, and he does have an upcoming funeral services that we handed to a quarter.
Well, with regards to funeral services, as previously stated, and I believe I signed an order, he's allowed to go to funeral services. But outside of that, if he's planning on leaving the county, he'll need to request that from probation, and I'll review it and see if it's appropriate. And just confer with the state on anything that is unrelated to his going to the funeral service, which I've already ruled upon. All right, did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, we can go off the record. So here on out, everything that you do, you need to ask yourself, could this potentially result in me going to prison for 10 years? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. If you have a question about a condition and you're unsure whether or not you're going to be violating it, pick up the phone and call your probation officer, okay?
I'm wearing a GPS monitor. When does that not take effect? I mean,
What will end up happening with regards to your GPS monitor? I'm going to see how you do on that. Probation with the GPS monitor. State, do you still want him on GPS?
Your Honor, my understanding he's had no violations up to this point, so I would defer to the court.
Probation, do you want him to continue on GPS?
But being that there's no violation, no.
All right, so this is what the court is going to order. The court will order removal of the GPS by Friday. You'll need to notify all the persons who have the no contact order that the GPS is going to be removed on Friday. And if there's a violation, then it's not going to be removed. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Judge, I'm sorry, I have one last thing. We did previously sign an order regarding funeral services on September 30th.
Mhm.
The client has informed me, and his family has informed me, that there's a typo in that, and I've conferred with the state. I filed a motion to amend the agreed order, and the state agrees that we can change that from the 30th to the 20th.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Judge.
And you need to give a copy of that to probation.
I will.
All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.